Hey groovy people, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and click the little subscribe button down below. This video is part of a experiment documentary series that I've been doing to document the use of CBD to treat mild debarquement symptoms. So back again with another recap of my little experiment trying to use CBD for MdDS symptoms. I think my last video was a six week recap. So I've skipped a few weeks. So I think this makes today a 9-week recap. So the reason I'm a little bit behind on some of my updates is because I've also been working on a special that I'm going to be uploading the day of Rare Disease Day, which is coming up on February 28th. So I'm really looking forward to that. Once again, if you guys haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified about all of my upcoming videos and make sure that you don't miss that special that I put out for Rare Disease Day, click the little bell down below as well. You'll get a notification every time I upload a new video. So last week when I left you guys, I was about to be starting these 25 milligram capsules by CBD Genesis. They seem to work pretty well. I did one in the morning and one in the evening, pretty comparable to the Dixie Botanicals 25 milligram CBD gel caps that I was using. These came from my Hempel box. If you haven't already watched my Hempel box unboxing, I recommend you go back and check that out because I think there was some pretty good deals in there. And there was only 2 weeks worth of pills in here. So for this last week, I've been doing another product by the same brand, CBD Genesis. This is their tincture. This is a 2,000 milligram bottle of tincture. And the suggested serving size is 1 to 3 drops. It says that that is just under 0.15 milliliters, and this is a 30 milliliter bottle, so if my math is correct, that equates to about a 10 milligram dose, just under that if I'm doing the three drop servings, which is what I have been doing morning and night. I really feel like the 25 milligram was kind of my sweet spot, so what I might do this week is just use this for like midday microdosing and step into the 25 milligram gummies, which I also got from CBD Genesis. I'll show you guys those. So these are the CBD gummies. They're also by CBD Genesis. These are 25 milligrams per gummy. There's 20 gummies in here, which means if I was taking one in the morning and one in the evening, that would give me about a 10-day supply. Those also came in my Hempel box. One thing that I will say about the CBD tincture by CBD Genesis is it's definitely more palatable than the tincture that I had tried from Dixie Botanicals. This one you only need 1 to 3 drops, whereas the tincture that I tried from Dixie Botanicals, you had to take a half dropper full. And the one from Dixie Botanicals was very thick and syrupy. I think there was some sort of artificial sweetener, or maybe it was something natural like agave syrup, but there was definitely some sort of sweetener in there, and then also had a very planty taste. I didn't find it very pleasant at all. This one is very natural and planty, but it doesn't have any artificial sweeteners or any kind of sweet flavor added to it. It's not thick and syrupy. It's very, very liquidy. I'll actually show you guys. So just 1 to 3 drops is all you take of that. But like I say, coming up this next week, I'm going to be switching over to the gummies, so I'm going to get back into my 25 milligram dose that I really felt was working for me. And then in my last video, I was using the vape cartridge by CBD Distillery during the day if I were to have symptom spikes while I was out doing things. So I used that up. It really did seem to help with some immediate relief. And then this time I'm using the Granddaddy Purple by Funky Farms. And this was a smaller cartridge, but it was a 200 milligram cartridge. And then the new cartridge that I'm using, the Granddaddy Purple by Funky Farms, is a 300 milligram cartridge, but it's also a larger size cartridge. So it's not really any more concentrated. I think that it still is kind of producing the same effects. I'm not really a fan of the flavor of either of these. They're very piney and earthy. I prefer something a little more sweet. But they seem to be doing the trick, and it's a big help to kind of carry with me while I'm out and about. If I go somewhere that causes my symptoms to really spike, it gives me some immediate relief. I will say that I'm really happy that I tried this experiment. Before I decided to do this little experiment that I've been documenting, I had tried small doses of CBD to see if they helped with my symptoms, and it was usually just like a little 10 milligram dose on a day that I was feeling really, really bad, and I didn't notice it change my symptoms. But since I've been doing this experiment, I've noticed that over time it took, you know, some time for the CBD to build up in my system in order for me to start feeling the benefits. And then I've also been able to experiment with the dosage and figure out what is most beneficial for me and my symptoms. It's really made a world of difference for me. I'm definitely still stuck on a boat, but my symptoms have definitely decreased. I can go out and be around things that usually bothered me pretty bad and kind of feel almost normal. The rocking feeling is just kind of in the back of my mind rather than the thing that's taking all of my focus and attention away from everything else that's going on around me. So if you're thinking about trying CBD for mild debarquement symptoms, I definitely recommend trying it. Don't give up right away if you feel like it didn't work the first time or the second time. Definitely try it out for a few weeks, play around with different dosages, and I think also not all CBD is created equal, so make sure that you're getting a good product. I will say that the products that I've ordered so far have been from Medical Marijuana Inc. They carry the Dixie Botanicals line as well as the RSHO line. And then all the products that I got in my Hempel box all seem to be pretty good quality. I was impressed with the potency of most of those products as well. So go back and give my other videos a watch if you haven't watched them already. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, go ahead and click the little subscribe button down below. And I hope to see you all next time.